social media. How much trust can we actually put into it? How much trust can we put into the media in general? We get told of a shooting which kills 50 plus people in Orlando. All of a sudden, all these other things start popping out of the woodwork with social media to do with Islam, where all homosexuals should be killed. Is that not inciting a bit of violence? People have lost their lives, and parents have lost their children. In some cases, children have lost their parents. For a guy to have some sort of either mental disorder or believe in a certain faith, to just open up on 50 odd, well, more than 50 people obviously, don't we find that a bit on the nose as a society? Just a needless killing. Fortunately enough, in New Zealand, we don't have a huge amount of people with guns, but it is getting worse. We had a shooting, I think it was the other day, where a guy was supposedly walking away from the police and he got shot. I have no idea why people put themselves in these sort of predicaments where life is just that bad that they've got to either kill family members or themselves for that matter, or make someone else's life that bad that they've got to crush them, that they've got to bring them down to such a level where nothing else matters bar death. But to walk into a nightclub premeditated, that you know you're actually going to kill people, where you had fake badges and you had such assault rifles and killed so many people. I'm sorry, but I think that the gun laws need to be strengthened. People say it's not the gun's fault. Of course it's not. It's a inanimate object. Of course it's not a gun's fault. It's not a car's fault when a drunk driver gets behind the wheel. You know, it's not a child's fault when they get killed by a parent either. Where does the buck stop? By the person who's holding the weapon. Do laws need to be more tightened? I think so. I think New Zealand is actually pretty good with their gun laws. I mean, I work with people who have shot rifles and have used them on a regular basis in competitions and do very well. And awesome, yeah, that's great. I've got mates who go out hunting and use rifles for that, you know. So I don't blame the guns, but I do blame the policing of said guns. I really do. I think that the laws in themselves need to be harsher. I think obtaining a weapon needs to be harsher. My opinion. Have a good night.